Hello guys, Apexbulletdemon here with episode 3 of my Minecraft Let's Play. Something I do really want to quickly address is that the episode 2 was me just digging out a stream, kind of blank, and I do apologise for that. Hopefully it hasn't put you off of the Let's Play itself. Now, I did promise I would have the stream finished, but as it happens I do need to get some buckets together, because you find iron to build buckets, and flow a lot more water down the stream to raise it up, because it is just generally going lower and lower the closer it gets to the shelter, which is not good. So in episode 3 we are going to go digging for iron and any other resource findable, but of course we need some torches, so we're going to have to put up with charcoal as a fuel for that. Now what's important for us to do is get the charcoal. Now I was going to go and look for some unrefined wood, but we do already have some, so with that said, we can put our wood in with our unrefined wood and hopefully get some charcoal together there, put away any unnecessary items that we don't need. We have a lot of dirt, as you can see there. The dirt does need to be organised a little bit. We do need to get a new shovel, which we collected stone earlier, so I'm starting to build our tools out of stone now. Now once we have our charcoal we can build our torches and get mining, so I will speed up the video a little bit and I will speak to you guys in a few moments when the charcoal has been completed. Welcome back guys. Now we're just going to go and look for some food. As you can see, our food bar is very low, so we do need to try and find a source of food other than our crops, which aren't growing at an amazingly fast rate. So it's a case of hoping and for the best in terms of finding food. Now 2 creepers is certainly not food. We will definitely be in a lot of trouble if we can't find some animals or something along those lines for a source of food. Now sheep definitely don't give us a source of food. We definitely want some pigs or cows. Now the unfortunate thing with this particular spawn is it looks like we are short on both of those. So the only other thing we can really do is just get on, I suppose, and hope to come across some food in due time. Rotten flesh will of course have to do for now. Better than nothing, but you do get poisoned by that, as you well know, so it's always a pointer to remember that. But in dire situations such as this, it is a must for now. So with our food bar kind of topped up, we can at least begin to look for some food. Now as you can see, our charcoal is ready to be used. Oops. Now what we do want to do is quickly give the shelter itself a little bit of lighting before we then travel down. Now when digging this out I usually go 2 blocks wide and a couple of blocks in before starting the decline. Now as you can see, the pickaxe just worn out there, but that's the advantages of having stone tools now. They will last longer for our mining operation. Now our hopes obviously with this is to come across some iron, and we may have to rely on coming across some skeletons for bones to turn into bone meal for our food source at the moment. Been a bit unlucky with our spawn in terms of animals for food. As you can see, it is a bit of a long-winded process digging down, but it is always well worth it for the resource, as this is a necessity, and to have it so close to the shelter is obviously a good thing. When we do come to building a house outside, the shelter will then act as a mine entrance, which is always handy. Don't need to go far at all. The other thing we may hopefully find down here is some redstone. It would be nice to put together a compass when we get back from down here, but of course we'd have to get pretty low to find that. Between 10 and 16 is diamonds, and redstone is generally mostly around that, but you can find it earlier on than that. So we're going to have to get pretty low down, but there we have, lo and behold, some iron. Exactly what we came here for. Allows our stream project to be continued. Obviously what I will do is do that off camera, so you guys don't have to see any more of a stream being made. You saw a whole episode of that. That was a bit draggy, and I do apologise for that. So that will be off camera when I do carry that stream on. Get that finished, get that brought up next to the shelter, and carry on. That will definitely help us out there. Now, what I do want to point out, where mining is a useful tip for checking how far down you are. Now, as most of you know, there is obviously the F3 key, which I will show you now. It brings you up a whole lot of information on screen. Now, the one you want to pay attention to is the Y coordinate. We're 51 blocks high at the moment, so as you can see, if I move down, I'm 50 blocks high now. I'm aiming at getting between 10 and 16, of course, so it's a long way to go yet, but we're not going to do that in this episode. That would be a very long episode indeed, and as you can see, we have just lost our pickaxe, so that is for now going to be all the mining we do. We may come back down in a moment, but that remains to be seen. Now what we do need to do is put together a few more sticks. We are running short on wood for that. Put together a couple of pickaxes this time. And use the remaining charcoal we have to start burning our iron. As you can see, we have a lot of stone to use, and what is best for us to do now is to go wood gathering, and then I will, in the upcoming episode, begin to build a proper house for us, and we'll go looking for some glass as well in the next episode. Obviously you need sand for that, as many people know. That will be the main theme of episode 4. Now, as you can see, our crops still aren't growing fantastically. That stream will be an important thing for us. Just going to clear out the trees that may end up in the way of that stream. You guys are probably very fed up with me talking to the stream. I do apologise. Quick things we could get done in the remainder of this episode maybe a bit more mining. We will take out a few more sheep. And I will salvage some cactus, because you can use that as a fuel. So real quick right now we're just going to salvage some cactus. Can be used as a fuel. We can plant it back down as traps for creatures, so plenty of uses for that. Again, as you can see, we are in dire need of food, and that's going to be a persistent problem the whole time we don't have that food source doing too well. Just clearing out these cactuses around here. Now the shelter does look all good and well, kind of like a home from Lord of the Rings for the hobbits, anybody who's seen them, but obviously that's not our final place of stay. Now with the wall and the cactus there and the extra wood, we can get together a lot more wood for our resources. As you can see, we now have enough resources to start construction on a house. Just going to put together some buckets. And store away the remainder of the iron. Now our quest for food is going to take us on a journey again, but I will potentially plan to do that off camera because it may take a while, so I will see you guys in episode 4 of my Let's Play. So yep, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm Apexbulletdemon, and I'll see you again.